What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds, where today we're using Mike's camera, Mike's
house.
Mike's house. We ought to just take one of your cars.
Yeah,
you got air conditioning, right?
Well, one of them might make it.
Which one do you think has the best?
The old S-Class right there, my favorite.
Yeah. And air conditioning works?
Air conditioning works.
I say let's leave this.
We got to show this off.
Yeah, well.
And all your hard work.
All the hard work that was all for naught. It was the hours and hours and hours spent installing this air conditioning system, and something is leaking. I can hear it in the car. Mm-hmm. You can hear it just, and it pours out of the drain tube that comes out of the box. That's the kicker.
Oh no.
That drain tube comes out of the evaporator and then down onto the ground. When I moved the car this morning, there was a puddle, I mean a massive puddle of Freon and oil on the ground.
No AC for the next week.
It got to where I could charge it up, and it would work for a few hours, and it worked great. So I spent $300 on. I got $300 worth of Freon in the trunk of this car. You seen the price of Freon lately? Have you seen the price of Freon lately?
Last I saw it was $10. How much is it now?
Okay, for the cheap Walmart stuff, yes. But you know those real nice big full size like 18-ounce cans with the high synthetic, the best. Those are $100 now. 100. Those used to be $50.
Yeah.
I said, I did like the air conditioner. So I'm nice and drenched. I told you to dress comfortable.
We are comfortable.
So I don't often wear shorts, but and all the rest of my clothes are pants. I have to go shopping.
We'll have to get some. That's all I brought right here.
We have to go shopping.
Because it was supposed to be air conditioned. This was going to be an easy trip. We have a radio, seatbelts, air conditioning.
The seatbelts don't work. Seatbelts. So basically, I'd say about 80% of what we did, it was for nothing. Didn't work. The radio does work though.
Okay.
I take full credit for that. I did the radio by myself. The radio works great. Okay. The seatbelts, I tried them last night. I was up till 5 in the morning, and I took the car for a long drive, and I started having all kinds of problems. And when I hit the brakes, I noticed that. See how it locked up there? There you go.
So it's got to be a fast.
Okay, but it doesn't always. See?
Yeah.
I'm there. Well, it almost locked up. There it is.
So it's going to have to be a super fast
collision. It would be like we hit a guardrail or a tree or a semi plows into us, in which case we're probably dead anyway. So it doesn't matter. So seatbelts don't work. Car was overheating. This is interesting, and I'm honestly thinking I might install multiple temperature gauges from now on.
Really?
Because these temperature gauges were both reading different, and it told me what was wrong with it. I was able to diagnose it by the gauges.
So you had one up at the front of the engine and one in the back, one before the
Yes, so I've got one in the cylinder head over here.
Yeah.
And that's the original one that came with the car, the one's hanging down there. Mm-hmm. Then I've got another one. The most likely place for you to have an air pocket in your cooling system is going to be in the passenger side rear cylinder head or intake port.
Okay.
So way back there, you can't see it, but underneath that vacuum advance, there is a sensor for the temperature. So we have one on that corner of the engine. We have one on this corner of the engine. And what I noticed is the factory temperature gauge last night was nice and cool. And this thing runs at about 160, 175 when you're on the highway bombing on it. But last night, that temperature gauge read nice and cool. That one was 230 degrees.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah, so it's overheating. And when I shut it off, I heard gurgling. And I said, great, here we go. We've got an overheating problem. And then it just out of nowhere, it occurred to me, air pocket. We had the whole cooling system disassembled for days. We got a new heater core. We never bled it. We never turned the heat on max, let it run with the cap off, and put fluid. We just filled it up.
Too worried about the air conditioning.
We were too worried about the AC that doesn't work. Yeah, okay. So I spent about an hour today just letting it run, get up to temperature, cap off. I let it puke. I mean, it was puking and air bubbles and puke. And it got on the serpentine belt. It got all over the engine that I just washed yesterday. Oh, no. So I had to clean the engine again. And then every time I had problems with the air conditioning, over the last several days, I kept having to take the battery off, sit it to the side, just so I can put on the charger.
Yep.
So it's not overheating anymore. But the air conditioning, before I left the house, something went pop really loud. They just pow, and the air conditioning has ceased to function since. And even better than that, with no Freon, there's a binary pressure sensor. It doesn't work. It's supposed to it will not allow you to turn on the compressor if the Freon is low.
Yeah.
That compressor turns on right now. Just fine. So something's wrong in that whole, yeah, it's, but I'll tell you something, and I'm very proud of this. You remember this this power steering that was leaking everywhere?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes. It
Remember
was all
all
right
that?
down here. Yeah.
Take a look.
It's dry as can be.
My hose that I had to rebuild,
Yeah.
the pressure valve I had to replace, works fine.
Perfect.
Serpentine belt system I installed, perfect condition, works fine. Intake manifold is in great. So I'm trying to find some wins here.
I'm trying to think what I touched that I probably broke. I don't know.
Did you break the air conditioning?
I didn't do the air conditioning. Well, some of it.
So there you go. Oh, and yesterday I broke down on the side of the road for 2 hours. I forgot about that. Jessica and I took it to go to a car wash.
This is in addition to the other
yes.
breakdown
Yes.
earlier?
No. This is from yesterday, the one I told you about yesterday.
I thought you were at the shop.
No, I was in the middle of the road in the heat. Jessica and I had no water. We were stuck out there for 2 hours. Yeah. Somebody had gotten the wires wrapped around my gas pedal. Santa said that you and him did the wiring when you were doing air conditioning or something.
That black ground.
Yes.
We went behind everything and back behind there.
Something around the coil, there's 2 wires. They got caught in that gas pedal.
Oh.
And when I went around a corner and hit the gas, it ripped them out. And one of them fell down by the transmission, so I didn't even know it was missing. Oh, no. So I'm sitting here trying to diagnose spark, and I can't figure it out. I've got voltage, I got ground. I was cutting wires and adding new wires with all my stuff that I had thankfully already carried in the trunk. I was trying to diagnose it. I had my voltmeter out, and I couldn't figure out why we had no spark. So Santa came from Ada and brought me a Mallory coil. We hooked it up, still wouldn't start. And then I took the cap off the distributor and I said, wait a minute, this has got an electronic distributor. I'll bet something's wrong. Maybe it got fried. So I opened up the distributor, and that's when I saw there are 2 wires, and I should have known this, but it was hot. I was miserable. There are 2 wires back there, one hot and one that goes to ground. Well, the hot wire had fallen when it ripped the wires out. It fell down to the transmission tunnel. And I couldn't find it. So I just followed it from the distributor, put it back on, car fired right up.
Okay, well, blame me. You can leave me here if you don't want me to go on.
All right, well, I'm just going to continue. No, I need somebody. Well, you can't. I was going to say I need somebody to talk to, but you can't.
Misery loves company.
You can't hear anything because the windows are down, which means the radio is great, except you can barely hear it because all the windows are down.
Oh, my gosh.
It's.
So you wanted to leave yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning early.
It's 4:15
in the evening today. And today is the 8th. We were supposed to leave the 7th. We're missing our dinner.
Yeah.
I paid for platinum tickets, which was ungodly expensive, but it gives you access to the best parking and to the chill rooms. Yeah. So when you're hot, you can just walk into one of the chill rooms, cool off, have a drink, and all of that. And it comes with a platinum dinner, where all the platinum members. Yep. It's tonight at 5 o'clock. And actually, their time, they're having dinner. They're having our platinum dinner right now, and a tour of some museum out there that we were supposed to get for free. Oh, it was supposed to be just a great time.
No.
Yeah. So.
Well.
This car, I just don't know right now, and my steering wheel is a little crooked too. But whatever, it drives straight. The super glue worked, by the way. You can.
Oh, okay.
Santa hack worked out great. Sweet. So thank you, Santa. And of course, I got to give a shout out to all the people that helped, which is Monkey Wrench Mike, Santa's Workshop. I'll put links to them directly below this video. And don't forget, CVF Racing came in clutch with that serpentine belt system. We've got Cold Case, a continuous sponsor of the channel for the cooling system, cooling fans, wiring, relays, shroud. They sent all of that over to us. Vintage air conditioning for the AC.
Yep.
I don't blame them for the AC not working. It could be something wrong in the evaporator. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. The piece under the dash You know what
yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. I always get these things confused, but it could be that there's something wrong, factory defect with that, or it could be something got over tightened. It could be something got under tightened. But either way, I don't know what it is, so I don't want to go pointing fingers at anybody. The fact is, everybody came together to help put this car together in a very short amount of time.
And the engine.
The engine, that's mine.
That's yours?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nah. Smedding's not in this one. That's
I'm trying to give them a shout out, but
that's
no, okay.
so. Well, shout out to Smedding Performance because they did provide us the engine for the '66 Impala.
Okay.
So, but this one, this is the engine came with the car. 327 Corvette engine, old high performance. It's like 300 and something, 325 horsepower, I think is what it is. It's not too bad. And over the last about 150 miles, I've got about half a tank of gas left. So it's looking like we should get somewhere between 260 and 300 miles to a tank, which honestly is
not bad.
And it's not a big tank.
Okay.
I think this is like a 15-gallon tank, so not bad at all. I could stand here and talk your ear off all day, but the fact is we needed to get on the road like 36 what?
Thunderstorms.
I'm not sure if my wipers work. Look, can we check? Let's check those real quick. I didn't even. They see the problem?
Yeah.
They overlap.
They touch a little bit.
Yeah, they overlap. So here's the setup. We got a phone holder right here. We've got the time-lapse deal sitting right there. We've got. Oh, do you see what I got, Mike? Isn't this genius?
Oh, I like that.
You know, just a little thing to keep us from sliding into each other while we're driving.
There you go.
And to keep your hot. Feel how nice and cold that water. You want one? Are you thirsty?
No.
It's real good water, Mike. Let's see if the windshield wipers work. All right.
No.
They work.
All right.
I think.
When they go off, was one gonna?
Well, that's
fine.
That's fine.
We can fix it.
That's a good song, the Eagles. She used to feel. You can't hide those lying eyes, Mike.
That's unbelievable.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Did you do the work?
Most of it, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It's got to go in for paint soon.
Congratulations to you. That thing is, wow.
Thanks, man.
The right color. Yeah.
Here's the survival kit in the trunk. Some people wonder, like, what do you take with you on a trip like this? I'm not going to unpack the trunk to show you.
No.
But we have a coil, and we have a coil. Coils notoriously go best. I got 2 of them. We got a jack. I got 2 DOS jack stands.
Okay.
I've got power tools. Every power tool I own, including my compressor, every power tool I own and batteries are in this. We got rags. We've got ceramic shine to clean up the car.
Ooh, nice.
And some ceramic stuff for the tires and wheels to just wipe down the chrome once we're in a position. I've got 3 quarts of oil, 3 quarts of transmission fluid, a gallon of antifreeze, a quart of power steering fluid, window cleaner, lots of air conditioning that we can't use anymore. Then I've got 3.5 gallons of high octane fuel, spare tire, and my big Milwaukee light, along with and 2 booster packs, just in case.
Just in case.
And some extra wire, because that was thank you, Santa.
Okay.
He provided that for us, along with one of the booster packs. He told me to take an extra one with me. So, and the cigarette lighter, and vitamins that have melted in the heat. That's perfect. I don't need vitamins anyway. Who needs to be healthy?
Right.
Hell, let's go get some Hardee's. I think that's
Well, Hardee's is
how many hours?
4 hours?
4?
3-4 hours?
Let's go get some Gatorades.
Gatorade's first.
And then we'll go get some Hardee's. Are you full?
Fat and happy now.
Me too. So I got a question.
Uh-oh.
And I want my audience to participate in this. You probably already have an idea of where I'm going with this. So let's say you go to a bathroom. Let's say it's at a Hardee's in Springfield on West Bypass and Connecticut. Can you read that far away?
You're just making this up. So just
Right.
Chestnut.
All right.
Chestnut.
Now let's say you have an emergency, a dire situation. Dire situation. For those that don't know, I have IBS. A little personal there, but
You share that.
well, you know, it happens. All right. So, so let's say you go to a bathroom. There are 2 stalls. 2. So let's say you walk into the first one and you see a toilet covered in piss. I mean, just piss everywhere, in the toilet, on the toilet, and all right. And there's no toilet things. Those little things that you used to be able to
the
wax
seats.
wax. Yeah. No. There's none of those. So you have to clean it up with toilet paper, and then you're still sitting on.
It's that cheap stuff that doesn't
Right.
absorb. Yeah. Okay.
So the other option is the toilet next to it that does not have piss all over it. However, it is full of shit and blood, like someone in dried blood in the toilet, and then the wall next to the toilet has blood splattered on it as well.
Was somebody killed in here?
I don't know, but my question is, which one do you choose?
Oh.
What are you doing, Mike? Are you going into the one that's covered in pee, or are you going to take the one that's not covered in pee, but there is blood present?
I'm going across the street to Mavericks.
He's going. Well,
what did you choose?
what did I choose? I chose the blood.
You sat on the.
No, not on
Oh.
the seat. It was
Okay.
in the toilet bowl, like stuck in the bowl with some green.
Oh. This is a picture I don't need in my head.
We just ate.
We did.
I didn't need it either,
So
but
you
I had
chose
to.
The bloody stall rather than the pee stall.
I don't want to sit on someone's pee.
Well, that's
The
true.
seat was clean. It's the inside of the toilet and on the wall, which I didn't touch,
Oh.
that was dirty. The other toilet, someone had pissed. I mean, just everywhere.
Flushed first before you.
Yeah.
sat.
Oh, yeah. Not that it made any difference, really. There's anyway. So,
Oh.
well,
Yeah.
welcome to Springfield. Hey, do you think he's going with us? You see that old C10 over there?
Yeah.
He might be going on Power Tour.
Good.
So our first, I don't know, what are we, 150-ish miles down? We just filled up. We had a quarter tank of gas, so it looks like we're getting about 200 miles to a tank, which we need to fill up. And that'll tell us what kind of fuel economy we're getting.
We'll go fill up where you should have gone to the bathroom.
I can't, I don't believe, I should have thought of that. We
are
need
very tired.
We need gas. We could have just driven across the street, and that would have been a lot better. We've had a lot of people compliment the car.
Yes.
A lot of homeless people have come up off the streets to come and compliment the car. And then there's some baseball kids in there. They just came out and took pictures of it.
Yeah, the bald guy said, "Hey, is that your car?" And I said, "Of course." No, I said, "It's
Of
my
course.
friend." He said,
Yeah.
"Nice Belair."
I'm just telling you, you built it.
I said it was my friend's
The
car.
parts that don't work. So what?
I may have had a hand in that. But yeah.
So our next stop, according to my map, is St. Louis.
We can make it that far?
I think so. I
Okay.
mean, it's probably going to be, yeah, we'll make
Okay.
it. We'll make it. So let's go fill up real quick. Doesn't it?
That color.
I mean, it just, and it's filthy, Mike. It is. If you get up on it, look at the roof. It's got like, well, we did just drive through like an hour-long car. Well, actually, it looks, I think it
Pretty
cleaned
clean
it.
to me. That's what 70-mile-an-hour winds and
Right here,
rain.
right here. Can you see it? They probably can't see it, but you could put a little smiley face. Yeah, they probably can't see it. Yeah, so we got through our first storm. I've never driven this car through it. This was a major one. They were talking tornado spin-ups that couldn't be detected by radar, damaging winds and hail, and we rolled right through it.
Like only once. She tried it
Yeah.
one time to get away. But
Yeah, a little, I don't know if it was hydroplaning. I don't know if it was just the wind. But everybody else, they were pulling. It's on, hopefully you saw it on camera here, but everybody was pulling off the road. And here we are in this 70-year-old car, bombing.
cruising through.
down the highway.
With music from the 50s.
We're listening to a 50s music playlist.
Little Richie.
You got BMWs and stuff pulled off on the side of the road, and let's see, we passed 2 electric cars. One was a Tesla. He was going way under the speed limit, and we know what that means.
Been there, done that.
That means you're running out of juice, and you got to get to the next charger. And then the other one was like a Kia or a Hyundai electric type of car, like an EV6 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Again, also going way under the speed limit, which generally means, how does it feel, do you think, if you're driving a Tesla, like one of these newer expensive cars, and you see a 70-year-old Chevy blow past you on the interstate?
How much gas that's burning.
Yeah, probably a lot.
They're ruining. Yeah.
Probably a lot. All right, well, let's go over to Maverick over here and let's get some gas. Let's try to figure out what kind of fuel economy we're getting.
That's the big question. What do you think we're getting?
I'm gonna say 22. No, I'm kidding. Realistically, I'm gonna say maybe 13.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'll say 11.
11. All right, 11 and 13. Let's find out what the real numbers are. So the verdict is in. We only held 11 gallons.
11 gallons.
11 gallons. How far did we get?
163 miles from my house, so we'll say 161.
Okay.
So 161 divided by
11
equals.
Whoa.
Holy moly. Look
We're
at
getting
that.
15 miles close.
Pretty good.
I round up.
Oh, everybody rounds
So
up.
15 miles a gallon.
That's good.
Mike, we
That's
were
good.
bombing down
We
the
were flying.
highway.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been holding 75, 80 regularly.
Good car.
Wow.
Good car.
Okay. Well, you're not going to hear me complain. We still had so we put 11 gallons in it. We still had a quarter tank of gas. So if 3/4 of a tank is 11 gallons, how do you figure out the other quarter of a tank? I'm not a math guy. So you take 11 divided by 3. 11 divided by 3 would give you the 3/4, and then we know.
Well, I don't know where you're going. Okay, 11.
11 divided by 3
equals
3.6. So 3.6 times 4. Check out my math. I think I'm doing this right. That's the size of the tank. It's a 15-gallon tank. You get where I'm going? Yeah, I divided it up and then took the number and then added that to the end. Multiplied that number by 4.
All right.
So it's a 15-gallon tank. Now let's, on a full tank, if we got 14.6, it's 15. They have 15 divided by 15. It's 300 miles a tank.
15 times.
15 is 300.
15 miles.
2 1/4.
225.
I told you I'm not good at math. Well,
I don't know how we
so
got there, but we
so
got there.
to St. Louis is another couple hundred miles or so.
Yeah,
So we should make it with a
We-
little bit to spare.
possibly could. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on the road, see if we can make it to St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. So, anybody want to guess where we're at?
It's not a good part of the town.
Hey, Mike, where's your watch?
I took it off.
You took it. Hey,
I took
Mike,
it off.
where's my watch? I got mugged. We got mugged.
That's not good. Welcome to St. Louis. We just got mugged.
Why? If that was the case, we wouldn't have the car. The car would be gone. Yeah, so we finally ran out of gas. I mean, didn't run out, but we needed desperately to get gas. We're under empty in St. Louis. Well, 12.6 gallons of gas.
Okay.
So we still had 2.5 gallons,
Yeah.
which is another 30 miles. So we probably should have kept going on to Illinois.
Smart people would have. 'Cause this is not good.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of compliments, but I feel like a mark sitting out here. I really do. Like,
Well, the car's a little pow. It's in your face, you know.
Yeah, the car is definitely standing out like a sore thumb around here.
Some toothless guy in a van just pulled by. Anyway.
It's it's rough. And just so you guys know, we ain't bullshitting you. There it is, 12:15, St. Louis.
Yeah.
It has rained the majority of our trip.
Which, I mean, it's kind of scary, but it's kind of cool because they kept the temperatures down.
Oh yeah, it was nice and cool in here.
The windshield wipers kind of work.
Yeah,
so-
you can see where we got some damage because these wipers don't fit.
Yeah.
It's probably some rubber scraping on the edges on both sides. But I mean, you can clearly see where there's dirt. Well, they can't see. But anyway, the wipers do work,
Yeah.
and the heat works.
Heat works great.
We ended up turning it on because it was fogging up and got a little warm.
It did.
So we just drove 220 miles.
Okay, so you want to do the miles per gallon?
Yeah, 220 miles. It was 12.6 gallons of gas. I'm guessing about 15. This is my... What?
No way.
Are you serious?
That's the math. Whoa.
17.5 miles a gallon?
I guess it likes the cooler weather.
It seems to love those colder temperatures,
know.
man.
Quick Trip driver is staring at your car too. He's going
Wow.
thumbs up. He gave us the thumbs up.
The car gets attention everywhere.
And that can be a good thing, and that can be a bad thing.
Yeah. See, and there's a lot of people in the comment section that tells me that these cars are dead. Like, the interest in these cars are dead. People really believe that. Like, they really believe that all the people that would be interested in these old cars are deceased now. And the next generations just aren't interested in cars from the 50s anymore.
We've had young kids.
Yes. There were
up.
at Hardee's.
Yeah.
What do you think? 16, 17 years
Yes,
old?
yeah.
Outside taking pictures of it? Yeah. So they don't know what they're talking about. Those cars are worthless. Now, I'll agree the views aren't great, but that's fine. It's a kind of a passion project of mine.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sit around St. Louis for too awful long.
Let's get out of here so I can put my watch back on.
I don't want to. I want to put mine back on too. As soon as we rolled up to the gas pump, I took it out. I took it off my wrist, put it right in my pocket. I mean, if you're gonna get robbed, they're gonna look in your pockets too. But you know,
Well, I changed the way I walked when I went inside there too. So.
he's walking like a poor person. Is that a walk, Mike?
Yeah.
Is there a walk? I don't.
Look down.
Okay. Don't look, because you don't want to see people that are getting ready to mug you. You want to,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're about 2.5 hours away from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Good.
So we shouldn't need any more gas.
Okay.
We shouldn't need any. You realize we never checked the oil or anything on this trip.
We haven't.
Nothing. Mike's got eagle eyes, man. He's like staring people walking.
Yeah.
You ready to get out of here, Mike? I'm ready to get out of here. I feel a little uneasy too, man. I don't recommend you ever stop in St. Louis.
It's a tough place, is what I've heard.
Anywhere
Well, that's true.
in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, nowhere in St. Louis. Uh-oh. Is that it's the wrong key. Whoo! Ho, ho. Don't break down. And you know why you never stop in St. Louis? Because you don't want to break down. Could you imagine if this car didn't start, something went wrong, we had to pop the hood, and we're sitting out here wrenching on this car? No, man. No, man. How many cops have you seen? None.
There's actually one in there.
Oh, there is?
But he was like hunkered down, not doing anything. Yeah, he wasn't paying attention to anything going on.
Free donuts? Joking.
Probably.
Joking.
Probably, yeah.
All right, guys, let's set you up on a time lapse. This is the last stretch. We are listening to Outlaw Country. Hank, Willie, and Waylon. Yep.
Right
Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Williams Jr., Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson.
All the golden old.
Yep. Culture Wall. He's going to be in there somewhere. All right. Let's set up the time lapse. Let's get the rest of the way there. We're supposed to be there, I don't know, 3:30 in the morning.
Something like that.
And then I get to edit this video because I have no video for... Oh, it's Monday the 9th, so this will be today's video.
Today's video!
Yay!
Yay! You can't even lock... Oh, they do have door locks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think yours works.
That's great. They're pulling me out.
Mine...
You can go home and edit your video. Don't worry about me.
I won't.
I'll be in that trash can
See
right
ya.
back there.
I'll call 911. Push your lock, see if it works. I don't think...
No.
No, it locks with the key from the outside, but not from the
That's
inside. All right, guys, let's get on the road. Well,
We made it.
you know what's in my pocket?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's in your pocket. Your watch. You never.
I never put it back on. Forgot. I'm serious. This whole time, I didn't even realize I didn't have it. I could have lost this.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was not on my wrist anymore.
I may just walk off with that. So if you're not
Oh.
gonna miss it.
My ring too? Did I take my
You
ring?
took the ring off.
I took my ring? It must be it's in the car. Wow.
It was in the car.
It's not even diamond. It's just tungsten. You know, it's like the cheapest ring you can buy.
Yeah.
I took the ring off. I took the watch off. St. Louis, man. No. I ain't got nothing other than this car. Take the car. I ain't got nothing else. So let's talk about what time it is.
Yeah, show everybody.
4:18 in the morning, and it is thunderstorming.
We got a lot of rain.
It's rained the whole way. And I'm really impressed. I wish I could say the car doesn't leak at all, but it leaks very little. It's not like the floors aren't wet, but the windshield, the gasket around the windshield is slightly leaking. And even in these heavy downpours, it's just been a few drips have come in and pooled up. Then earlier I tried to do a burnout to show off in the rain.
And all the water.
And it didn't do a burnout. Even in the rain, it didn't do a burnout. Brand new carburetor. It's a brand. I found like that carburetor's been on there less than a year, and when I floor it, it coughs. It's like an old quadrijet. You floor it and it's like, huh, and it almost stalls out, and then and then it comes back.
Yeah.
And by that time, you've already embarrassed yourself.
You lost the race. So,
Yeah. So, average fuel economy. We've only had to fill up twice.
Can you believe that?
Is that true? Is that correct? Am I right?
Yes.
Twice? We filled up twice, and we still have like a quarter of a tank.
Right.
We filled up in Springfield. When we went to Hardee's, right?
Yes.
Oh, we filled. Hold on. We filled up in Tulsa. That was to start the trip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We filled up in Tulsa to start the journey, and then we filled up in Springfield, and then we filled up in St. Louis. And I still have a quarter of a tank. and we've averaged between 14.5 and 17
That's crazy good.
miles a gallon.
That's a big difference too.
The car did great.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier, best car at the current time and place.
That we've had, yeah.
It's absolutely been the best power tour car. Comfortable. For an old factory bench seat.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not bad at all.
my back wasn't hurting. It's a very smooth, comfortable riding car.
We'll see if you like it as much at the end of
Yes.
the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that it's going on 4:30 in the morning, today's power tour.
It's today.
It's day 1. And we got here a day late. We missed our fancy dinner. We missed the tour of the whatever museum. I don't know what it is, but I know I paid for it. and we missed, instead we ate at Hardee's. There was
That's pretty close.
our fancy dinner at Hardee's. So I have to edit this video.
Yeah.
I forgot my camera. I forgot my microphones. I left them at home. And I found out after I got to your house, I called my fiance and she said, "Oh yeah, they're right here on the weight bench." And I was like, huh, I'm not driving 2 hours back to get them. So Mike was nice enough to let me borrow his camera and his microphone, but I'm not going to take your camera and your mic away from you.
You can use them.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to go to Best Buy tomorrow, and I'll just buy another camera and the microphones, and hopefully we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
So
On the way to our official start
yeah.
of the official Hot Rod Power Tour.
And do you know what? We never saw a single old school on the road.
No, we didn't.
0.
That's weird.
Over 700 miles to get here. On a main highway, I-44 to I-70. And there was not a single solitary hot rod or old school classic car on the road.
I thought he had the wrong month. I thought it was all in July, but
You had
he says
me
the dates are
wondering.
Right, so yeah.
It seems you're telling me we're the only ones.
It's June 18th instead of the yeah.
We're the only ones. It's June 9th. I know that. It's Monday through Friday. So we're going to start today in Indianapolis. I don't know what time at this point. It's going to take me probably an hour or more to edit and get the video uploaded so people have something to watch in 5 hours.
5 hours.
So I'm going to sleep
Okay.
because I think tonight we stay in Indianapolis.
Okay.
With the Platinum package, all the hotels are included. I think they include the meals or something too. I don't.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so starting tonight, we should be staying in a hotel somewhere in Indy.
Nice.
I don't know what else to say. I'm tired.
You've been up forever.
I'm ready
Sleep
to.
pattern is all cuckoo. So
Yeah,
I'm going back here. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
You edit all you want,
yeah.
and then
That's what I'm gonna do.
see you in the morning.
All right. Well, go check out Monkey Wrench Mike because without him, you guys wouldn't even have a video today. This video wouldn't even exist. So big shout out and thank you to Monkey Wrench Mike for coming along on this so far 700 miles, 700 and something.
A pretty easy 700 miles.
Yeah. We'll see how the rest of the trip goes. I don't know exactly where we're going, but I think it's something like we start in Indianapolis and we end up in like Effingham, and then we end up in Michigan, or no, then we end up in Illinois, Joliet, Illinois.
Okay.
Then we end up somewhere in Michigan. Then we end up somewhere in Ohio,
Oh wow.
and that's where it ends, I think.
Okay.
If anybody wants to come see us, we're going to be parked in the Platinum parking. I did that because I thought it'd be easier for you guys to find the 57 sitting out there because all the gold and long haul packages and then the Spectator, it's thousands of cars, guys, all parked outside. I mean, chances of you actually finding me are slim to none if you're actually coming out to see Monkey Wrench Mike and I and the car. So I thought if we do Platinum package, that gives us a little more exclusivity. Not that I give a shit about that, but for you guys to be able to find us, I think it makes it a whole lot easier. So come out and see us. If you want to know what the tour dates and everything is, you're going to need to go check out Hot Rod Power Tour 2025 schedule. I don't have a link for it. I'm not going to look it up tonight. I'm too tired.
It's there.
It is. It's there. Google it, find it, and I'm probably going to I'll activate a temporary number, I think, on my phone.
Oh, good idea.
Through like Google Voice.
Yeah.
That way you can text me. Don't call. I'm not doing phone calls. I'm not going to do phone calls, but you can text me at the number if you show up. I don't want to miss anybody, but we have to film. We're going to have to wander around. We got to film. We want to meet some people out there too. I'm hoping to meet Dylan McCool. I'm hoping to meet Thunderhead 289. For sure, those two. So we may not be sitting at the car all day, and we're definitely not going to just spend the entire day sitting at Hot Rod Power Tour.
There's your schedule right there.
Oh, look at that. Day 1, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, 10267 US Highway 136, Indianapolis, Indiana. I can't even speak. Then day 2, Route 66 Raceway, 500 Speedway Boulevard, Joliet, Illinois, 60433. Day 3, Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, 4000 Parnell Avenue, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. And then day 4, Monroe County Fairgrounds, 3775 South Custer Road, Monroe, Michigan. Oh boy, 48161. Day 5 is Summit Motorsports Park, 1300 OH 18. That's Ohio 18. And that is in Norwalk, Ohio, 44857.
So we finish way that way.
Yeah, so that'll be a nice trek back to Terre. I'm thankful that I have this house.
It's worked out.
Yes.
Worked out so nicely.
Yes.
So many times.
Yes,
Last
it is.
time saved our butt.
Yes.
It really did.
Were we in Kentucky?
We were in Kentucky.
It's not that far from Indiana.
Broken ass car.
Yeah, that's, so Power Tour the first year was great, aside from the car overheating like crazy and the air conditioning didn't work.
Yeah.
And year 2, the Monte Carlo, transmission failure, catastrophic disaster, ruined the whole trip.
Yeah.
It had to be towed home on a trailer and towed to the other events that we could make it to on a U-Haul. Again, thanks to Monkey Wrench Mike for the truck and the trailer and Santa's workshop.
For saving us.
For coming, he picked up my truck and trailer and drove 700 and something miles up here to rescue us. Yeah. And we took him to the casino and he won some money. Karma's real, man. All right, go check out Monkey Wrench Mike for sure. Santa's Workshop, again, shout out to my sponsors, CVF Racing, Cold Case for the cooling system, and who else am I forgetting? Cold Case, CVS, Vintage Air. I forgot because the air conditioner wasn't working on this trip. So
it's not their fault.
No, I don't want to make that clear. I don't think it's the fault of anything with Vintage Air. We'll jump into that in another video maybe and try to figure out what's wrong with the air. Something's leaking out somewhere. It's either a pinched line or a pinched O-ring. Something was either not tightened too tightly, or there's a hole like in the evaporator. I don't know, but I don't want to point fingers at anybody. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're here. We're going to have a good time, and I hope to see some of you guys out there. Like I said, check out Monkey Wrench Mike on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.